Listening to the Razorback Spring Game on ESPN 95.3, presented by real estate agents Nick and Ellie Glidewell.
Sonic Postgame Show continues on the Razor.
This is Hog Football Reaction. Streaming live. This is Hog Reaction live at Sassy's Barbecue and Grill. Come see us at 1290 Steamboat Drive in Fayetteville off Weddington. Eat, drink, and be sassy. Now here's Derek Ruskin and Ty Richardson.
Hog Reaction here on ESPN Arkansas. We are at Sassy's Barbecue and Grill here just off of the Weddington exit off I-49, live here on the ESPN Arkansas Network. Ty Richardson alongside. I'm Derek Ruskin.
Well, I'm ready for some non-conference
Ty
football
has
games.
eaten already.
I mean, after last
so we
year's
are
10
ready
game
to go
SEC
here.
schedule, I'm ready for some
Get it going,
non-conference
man.
football games. I don't care
You had to call me over
because
because I was still in the midst of some.
But now
some
you get a
wins
real
yesterday,
opportunity
a little while
to
ago,
go win
Derek,
those
but
6, 7, 8 games,
making
whatever's
it, man.
in
We're
your
making
future.
it.
You want to
Yes.
go 12-0.
Yeah, we are here. We have watched
really
the
help you. And then
spring game. We have all kinds of reaction
your sister schools
takes
and
for you
University
here
of
coming
Arkansas
up
Pine
here
Bluff, so that'd be
for the next
historic
90
as well.
minutes
So it'd be good
on
to see that. Those non-conference games are
ESPN
critical to
Arkansas,
Arkansas
and
success,
some of our
especially playing in
stations
the
will be
SEC
going to
West.
baseball
Gino,
following
it feels like
our
football's
live
back.
broadcast
It
here
does.
at
I mean,
Sassy.
the weather
So,
today,
I guess you
today
start
to me was the first thing of getting back to normal.
The game, yeah.
We got a spring game. We got
what stood
people. I
out to
know
you most of
COVID
the
was,
game?
still out there.
Well,
vaccinations.
I think you start
but
with
the day was
quarterback
great.
play.
The smiles on
and you
kids'
start
faces.
with,
They're
the
laughing and
fact that there
joking.
is
And so
no
the
question
summer's coming
that
to work out.
it's KJ
And I can't wait for
Jefferson's,
football season. I mean, I love it.
team, whatever
And
you wanna call it,
especially today with Catalan. I mean,
forward.
he
Just
picked up where he
everything,
left off after the season.
lot,
I
if
mean,
not all
he's
the
laying
boxes
wood.
look
And
like
so
they were checked
I'm
off
curious to
there
see
for
who's going to
what
be
you were
that
looking
next player
for
on
from him
defense. Who's going to be that next player on
this,
offense that's
in
going to
this
step
type
up
of
and
setting?
shine
He,
and help
threw
these
the ball
Razorbacks
well.
get
He
to the
was,
next level?
Good to be with you guys today.
Not a lot of
Absolutely, my
not a lot of mistakes,
Yes.
if any at all.
30-20,
On
our
the
final
sideline,
score
you
for
know,
Quinn Grovey, Gino Bell,
encouraging and,
Lee Francis
supporting
behind
the
us
team.
here.
I mean, he
Matt
looked like the
Zimmerman
starting
spotted
quarterback for
today.
this.
Steve
Yeah,
Goldberg
KJ
in the
Jefferson,
studio.
the opening
We'll
pass
see
game
you
to Mike
September
Woods, it was
4th
one
for
of
football.
the
Lots of
cooler
baseball
things
in
of
the
spring
meantime.
game, and I think a lot of
Thanks for listening
Arkansas fans
to us
were
today.
happy
Again,
and
our final
excited
score,
to
the red
see
team 30, the
that
white team
connection
20.
being
This is the
restored, and
Razorback
another
Sports
one to
Network
Traylon
from
Burks, if
Learfield,
you remember back
IMG
to
College.
last year.
You've been listening to the 2021 Red-White Spring Game and this edition of the Sonic Postgame Show on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield IMG College. Sonic has been a proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics for over 20 years. The preceding has been a Learfield IMG College presentation of the Razorback Sports Network.
Now, what did you eat earlier? I had the smoked wings, the honey sriracha smoked wings.
I had the barbecue wings.
Okay, you had the
earlier.
barbecue wings.
Okay. All right. Did he say go to break?
No,
or
we're
don't
good.
go to break? Stay here. All right, good. Okay. Got it all figured out now, ready to go here. At half past the hour here on this Saturday afternoon. Again, we are here at Sassy's. They're going to have, of course, the baseball game coming up here on all of the televisions. You can be a part of the show at, let me get this number right. I haven't said it in a while. 877-377-6963.
Are you kind of going back in time
It is
when you say that?
It is. It's into the Wayback Machine a little bit, but I think I got it down here, and I think that we're ready to go here. So yeah. So I mean, as far as the spring game, I mean it. I don't know how. My first thought sitting over here was they probably sold a lot of tickets today for the season because it. I mean, it went off with pretty much without a hitch. You had some turnovers and some fumbling and stuff like that, but generally you had big plays, you had big hits by the defense, which we don't see.
Jalen Catalan came up and knocked, was it Traylon Smith on a little wiggle out, and he just pummeled him.
Yeah. I mean, it's the most a spring game has looked like a football game around here in a really long time, you know, because usually it's more orchestrated, but for a good portion of the game, they just put the ball down and played, which I enjoyed because I don't like the orchestrated nature usually, the choreographed nature of a usual spring game. This looked more like, you know, we were watching a football scrimmage, more or less.
And I think when you talk with Tom Murphy, Clay Henry, Bob Holt, or any other person on the Arkansas beat that's attended practice, really anyone that's attended practice, the level of physicality, Clay likes to bring up pad level a lot. It's massively different. We didn't get a spring this last year. We didn't get a spring game this past year, Ruskin, but we did get a chance to watch. And that's another thing I think people were really excited about today, whether you were listening here in ESPN Arkansas, whether you're watching on the SEC Network Plus or you're in attendance, is you just got to experience this. It's starting to get back into some normalcy. You hope that Donald W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium will be full by football season as long as the hospitalizations go down, the vaccinations go up. And I appreciate it like you did. It wasn't just this nonchalant, let's touch somebody and play. Jalen Cowan set the tone. That was I think second possession, maybe it was first possession, and there's no holding back from either squad this scrimmage, and I liked him going at it.
No, I liked it a lot. You know, when a lot of guys came out in the and I don't know what you call those helmets on top of the helmets, those bubble things.
What is that?
But that is added protection so you don't get a head injury during practice. So you want to limit you want to be able to hit in practice, but you obviously want to avoid injury as much as possible. So you wear those during practice. And when those came out in the spring game, that was kind of the first signal that, okay, there's going to be some hitting today. There's going to be, it's not going to be two-hand touch, although they did do that on special teams. You could understand that because, kickoffs, punts. We did have a white team player tackle a white team punt returner, which was an odd moment that maybe we can get into at some point. But other than that, I mean, it looked like a football game out there today. And if you're curious about some of the numbers, KJ was 6 of 11 for 153 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. None of the quarterbacks threw any interceptions today. Now, that doesn't mean that every decision was great. There was a throw in the end zone early on by Hornsby that was probably
you and I looked at each other and were just puzzled by the decision-making he had.
And he had John David White underneath open, but he tried to go into the end zone against 2 defenders, and it didn't work out. But there's some things there to clean up, but the turnovers were just fumbles and stuff like that. No quarterback putting the ball in harm's way, I guess you could say, for the most part today.
It was T.J. Hammonds that fumbled the ball early, and then there was an exchange mishap between Malik Hornsby and T.J. Hammonds. I don't know who you blame in that situation because I can't break it down like a Kendall Briles or an offensive coordinator, just a football coach can. But I enjoyed seeing what K.J. Jefferson did. I will say something you noted to me as we're watching this live at Sassy's Barbecue and Grill on Steamboat off Weddington is he eyed his receivers too much, and Mike and Traylon as good as a combo. And there's a debate. There might not be a better duo in the Southeastern Conference. We'll save that as we get closer to the season. But he tended to eye and just stare down his guys. I don't know if he'll be able to do that on the road in Athens, on the road in Tuscaloosa. He's going to have to be better about that. But, again, you also look at the fact, and you know this because you've been doing it longer than I have, this is the most bland. We hear the term vanilla by design all the time. Spring games, what do they use? 10% of the play. This would have been perfect for Chad Morris, Derek.
This is Chad Morris.
Because he didn't have to insult
in the regular season. Yeah. He ran it like a spring game. Yes, vanilla by design. That's right.
So, and that's where I kind of go back and forth. It's like people are wanting K.J. Jefferson and Blake Hornsby to play out of this world, but at the same time, it's like they don't have certain checks they can use, certain audibles that they can go to and stuff because they don't want to reveal those prior to the season beginning. So you're not going to see like an incredible offensive or defensive display. It's going to be back and forth a little bit. But I did enjoy it. Like we were watching it the entire time here, and we were locked in for a reason. I enjoyed it. So I don't know about you, but I think there's what's happened with Arkansas basketball getting to the first Elite Eight for the first time since 1996, and kind of catapulting that with Arkansas baseball being unanimous number 1. What that does is it just get these fans in a frenzy. And I don't know if capitalization is the right word, but football has just a great opportunity. I mean, the entire fan base, it seems, maybe not the entire, but the majority of the fan base is behind Sam Pittman and this team right now. To me, it's that Week 2 game. If you can somehow, some way pull out that Week 2 game, you're not going to have a problem selling tickets the rest of the way.
No, and you're right. I think that it's everybody is kind of looking at the football program. It's like, all right, what do you have for us now? I mean, we've seen all these other programs over there, softball, baseball, men's and women's basketball, track, all perform at a really high level over the last 3 or 4 months. And I think that there's going to be some people in the fall that are like, okay, what are you guys going to do? So there's a little bit of pressure there because you don't want to be the one in the room. Like in any sales meeting, you don't want to be the person with the lowest numbers in the room.
Yeah.
And it's just like that with football. When they have the staff-wide meeting or whatever it is, or Zoom.
And Hunter's like congratulating Eric,
yeah.
congratulating Dave, congratulating Courtney Deifel, congratulating Coach Hale, and then you're like,
Sam, good luck. Yeah, you don't want to do that. And I like and appreciate with football that, and we talked to Pittman a few days ago on the Ruskin and Zach show, but it's just there's just no like. I don't know another way to say it. There's just no baloney with football. Like it's what you see is what you get. It starts with Pittman. Coaches that always scream about culture are the ones that can't really establish it. What Sam Pittman has done is they've got this incredible culture, and he didn't really have to like speak it to existence. He's there. He and his coaches are living it every day, and it's just kind of matriculated throughout football where you know what it is. It's just solid, blue-collar, tough, and there's just no nonsense, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and that would be something that you hope continues not just from the offseason. It looks like they're having a good offseason because they've picked up some good guys like Trent Gordon from Penn State, and there's a lot of excitement. And one of the things that Dudley, I don't know if he said this on y'all's show or if it was just said I think it was said during a press conference, Ruskin, but he said there were football recruits that were paying attention to the basketball program and how much of a statement. And what I think the basketball program showed is that if you have an immense amount of success or good success, this entire state is just going to flock. And it's not just the state, it's people outside the state that recognize that Razorback emblem. I don't know how many times I was stopped in Indianapolis, Indiana, for someone asking me how to call the Hogs. Hey, you're one of those Razorback fellas or something, blah, 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 because I'm wearing red or whatever. It continues to spread. I don't know if there's a good infectious disease, but when Arkansas sports are good, it's a good infectious disease that continues to move on and with no end in sight, Ruskin.
All right, so we are just getting it started here at Sassy's on Steamboat Drive, just off the Weddington exit of I-49 in Fayetteville. We're going to be here till 6 o'clock, so plenty of time for you to come by and grab some food, and also plenty of time to get your thoughts in here at 877-377-6963. More on spring game and maybe a little baseball as well coming right up here on Hog Reaction live at Sassy's on ESPN Arkansas.
This is Hog Football Reaction. Streaming live now from hitthatline.com.
So we're Gucci now, fellas.
For more than 80 years, Forsgren Inc. has been building the foundations of the River Valley and beyond. Forsgren, a destination point for men and women with a drive toward excellence, is now hiring experienced dump truck drivers. CDL Class A or B license with medical card is required. Apply now from any mobile device at forsgreninc.com, a heritage company and a premier employer. Forsgren offers top wages and benefits. Apply today at forsgreninc.com. Become part of the Forsgren legacy. Apply now on any device at forsgreninc.com. Forsgren Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
Napa know-how.
At Napa, you don't need to be a magician to pull 20% savings out of thin air. All you need is a bucket. Yep, you can magically save on 3 or more items with the $2.99 Napa bucket. So use whatever magical catchphrase you want, like Abraca Bucket, or Alica Savings, or Bippity Boppity Bucket, and save 20% today. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating locations, exclusions apply. May not be combined with other offers. Offer ends 4/30/21.
Arkansas Fuel Injection in Fort Smith has been providing quality work for all new and rebuilt diesel pumps and injectors for over 25 years. They are a certified diesel shop with a team of quality technicians that ensure the highest quality workmanship and warranties all their work. They are open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and has emergency service available 24 hours a day. For all your diesel pump, fuel injection, and parts needs, stop by Arkansas Fuel Injection, 6300 South 29th Street, Fort Smith. Call them today at 1-800-817-7709. Arkansas Fuel Injection.
Have you ever noticed how some places treat buying a car like a giant game of tag? And the minute you sign, well, you're it. If you have any questions or concerns, you're just out of luck. Well, not at Randall Ford. We know that buying your next vehicle isn't a game. In fact, the minute you sign shouldn't be the end of your experience. It should just be the beginning.
Hey folks, my name is Jeremy Tissington, General Sales Manager here at Randall Ford. Come on in and let us show you how buying a car is supposed to feel.
Ramos Roofing is a local roofing company and have over 25 years of experience in the Oklahoma area. Are you looking for a residential or commercial roofing need? Ramos Roofing is the business you can trust, offering discounts for senior citizens, law enforcement, and healthcare workers. Ramos Roofing can help you with your insurance claim. Ramos Roofing, working with you to build a better home. Call 479-420-9903. That's 479-420-9903 for Ramos Roofing.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Call Kohler & Green Insurance today in Fort Smith at 484-9888 and Kohler & Green Insurance in Van Buren at 474-9888.
Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling offers professional automotive painting, bodywork, and fabrication that is unsurpassed in talent and dedication. Owner Andy Herod uses the latest in collision repair technology to ensure all damage is addressed, whether it's visible or hidden, and works with all insurance companies. Andy and his crew have the experience and commitment to give you complete trust in the repair of your vehicle, no matter the size of the job. Colorworks is located at 1206 4th Street in Barling, across from Dollar General, and is on Facebook where you can check out their work.
Locally owned Lumber One can handle all of your building needs. They've built their business on having great relationships with everybody from contractors and builders to the everyday build-it-yourself. Lumber One is a full-line door shop to handle all of your door, window, and trim needs. And along with lumber, roofing and drywall products, attic wall and floor insulation is available. Lumber One also does blueprint takeoff with access to design services with estimates available. So go where the pros go. Lumber One, located on Industrial Park Road in Van Buren.
What's your new obsession? If it's diving lessons, Ocean Impact Dive Shop, Western Arkansas, and Eastern Oklahoma's premier dive shop is waiting on you. Ocean Impact is a full-service, 5-star dive and retail center offering lessons, gear rental, dive travel, and a full repair facility. Ocean Impact Dive Shop, 2127 South 56th Street in Fort Smith. Open Monday through Friday, 10:30 to 5:30, and Saturday from 11 to 3. Don't wait. Summer is just around the corner. Get to Ocean Impact Dive Shop. Come get your dive on.
For more than 80 years, Forsgren Inc. has been building the foundations of the River Valley and beyond. Forsgren, a destination point for men and women with a drive toward excellence, is now hiring experienced dump truck drivers. CDL Class A or B license with medical card is required. Apply now from any mobile device at forsgreninc.com, a heritage company and a premier employer. Forsgren offers top wages and benefits. Apply today at forsgreninc.com. Become part of the Forsgren legacy. Apply now on any device at forsgreninc.com. Forsgren Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
Or Nissan in Fort Smith is growing, and with growth comes opportunity. Or is looking to fill the service position of lube technician. Or Nissan has the highest pay scale in the area, and they're willing to offer a signing bonus to qualified service candidates. So if you or someone you know want to be a part of a growing organization and you'd like your skill set to grow with your income, then don't wait another day. Apply now. Apply today in store or send resume to jobs with Orr at orautopark.com. Come join the team at Orr Nissan as the new lube technician. Orr Nissan is an equal opportunity employer.
ESPN 95.3. This is Hog Reaction Live at Sassy's Barbecue and Grill. Come see us at 1290 Steamboat Drive in Fayetteville off Weddington. Eat, drink, and be sassy. Now, here's Derek Ruskin and Ty Richardson.
We are back here live at Sassy's on ESPN Arkansas. It's like whose line is it anyway? The points don't matter, but the red team beat the white team 30-20 if you are a betting man, I suppose. I don't know.
We're about 20 minutes in, Ruskin, and I'm surprised that we haven't a caller or texter or one of us has made the joke that Arkansas won today. I'm kind of surprised at that.
Well, they did call. They did. I guess they played the fight song after. So, and maybe, oh Lord, it's hard to be humble. We didn't see that part, but yeah, they won today. Baseball team won today big over Texas A&M as well in Game 1, 13-0. They're about to start Game 2 in a little while. And so we are here talking about all that right here at Sassy's on Steamboat Drive just off the Weddington exit here on ESPN Arkansas.
I want to explain to everyone because I just got confirmation that this is what we're doing. So we'll be here till 6 o'clock doing the show, and we'll be giving you baseball updates. We'll be reacting to the spring game, the red-white game that we just watched, and then we will be going into baseball at 6 o'clock. Arkansas thoroughly dominated. It was beautiful. I got texts because I don't know if you know this. The team I hate the most in the Southeastern Conference is the Texas A&M Aggies. And anytime now, the highest blood-boiling level is applicable to only the football team. Basketball, not. It's Kentucky. Baseball, it's Ole Miss. But still, it's fun to beat Texas A&M, especially since you cannot seem to get it done against them on the football field, which is the most aggravating thing in the entire world, knowing what's going to happen. And I remember sitting down with Tommy, and we're just and neighbors, and we just are sitting and watching the game, and Arkansas's up. We know how this ends. It's that one phrase, we know how this ends. Hopefully that won't be the case this year.
Game 1 in baseball, 13-0. A&M got 3 hits. That's it. Wicklander, 4 2/3. Monk ends up getting the win. He went 3 1/3 for Arkansas. And this is one of the things about this weekend, next weekend in baseball. And we've talked about this all week on the Ruskin and Zach show, Ty. But, it's about that time where you get put in a game by Dave Van Horn, and if you do the job, you keep appearing in games. And if you don't do the job, you are no longer in the mix for whatever it is, middle relief, setup guy, whatever it is, pinch hit. It's about time to start figuring out those roles as we are, a couple of weeks away from the start of May. And then, before you know it, baseball postseason coming up in early June.
Let me ask you something, because they're the unanimous number 1 team in the country right now. They've gotten some big-time road wins on the road in Mississippi against Mississippi State and Ole Miss. With the question I have is, I know that as a coach you're always looking for something that you've improved, and Phil's talked about starting pitching. We asked Dave when he came on the Morning Rush earlier this week about starting pitching. Are we being overly critical or overly analyzing what this team is? Because at the end of the day, they're the best team in college baseball, not just by 1 poll, but by, 8 polls?
Yeah. Well, to me, the polls are a fun thing to puff your chest out about. But this isn't college football. There's going to be a tournament, a legitimate tournament, not one of these, like the college football postseason. There's going to be a tournament, and we're going to figure out on the field who is the best. I do think if you did look for something that you wanted to scrutinize, they're 11th coming into the weekend. They're 11th in ERA in the SEC, and they give up a bunch of walks too. Now, today, as you look at the numbers, they gave up 3 walks and struck out 14 guys. So, but this is not one of those top teams that they've already beaten. They Mississippi State, Ole Miss, they've had some issues in some of those games. So I think it is something to look at in terms of the pitching, because I don't know, and you got to also figure, when is Connor Nolan coming back, and what is his role going to be? Is he going to start? Is he going to be a bullpen guy? Because for a while now, you know what you're getting from Kevin Kopps. He's going to come in and just obliterate people. I mean, the way the ball is moving is just it's not fair.
Hobbs told Clay before the season, Ruskin, that you're going to be writing some articles on this guy. And I think Hobbs was precisely accurate based on what we've seen. Is it because he shaved the stash? Is that why?
I don't know.
I would think it would be the opposite. But
it may have something to do with all of that elaborate pitching lab that they have over there. Because, man, he has gone in there, it looks like to us, and he's worked on that nasty pitch that he has. That's just you can't. Hitters are just totally. It looks like if you and I were playing out there. I mean, it's just not. It's not close. But who else can you rely on before you get to him? Is what they've got to figure out over the next couple of weeks or so as conference play. We hit the back half of conference play, and then conference tournament, and then, of course, the real tournament in June.
And you think about Omaha, Ruskin, we always come back to the one question. It's pitching. Now, you got to be able to hit the ball in order to win the baseball game. We know that. But with the amount of teams that you have to play in the shortened span, you got to rely on your bullpen. You don't want your bullpen to get spent early on in games like it has been. And that's something Dave also told us this week, that's been kind of a difficult area that this baseball team has had to deal with. And see, now you just wonder, can they – and there's a reason this guy is one of the best coaches in college baseball, because they're figuring it out. There's a reason that they have this technology to figure it out. And I think, they have the guys up there. How many guys did they have throwing 90s? We counted it up the other day. It was insane how many Arkansas pitchers are in the low to mid-90s throwing their fastball. So it's not like they're lacking the talent itself. It's just about, is it a mental thing at this point? And again, I'm going back to the point that I made earlier. Are we being overly critical of the number one unanimous baseball team in the country?
I don't think it's overly critical, because there's nothing to criticize except this.
Yeah.
Like, if you were going out of your way to talk about something to complain about the offense, maybe that would be. But this is something that is going to have to be, and they're going to sort. They've usually sorted it out every other time that we've looked at this situation. So I don't know why this year would be any different. So, but it's just, I don't know. It's hard to do these shows with this team, because it's, somebody put it this way, you don't have the championships, but it's like, how do you talk about Alabama football on the radio every year? Like, what do you do? Like, okay, they're good. What else? How do you talk about Arkansas baseball on the radio? They're good.
I bet if we talk to Ryan Fowler, who hosts the game from 2 to 6 in Tuscaloosa, I bet he never admit this on air, but I bet if you genuinely asked him, he enjoys when Alabama falls short in the college football playoff or in the national championship, because then the next day or the next week on the show, the sky is falling, Saban needs to be let go, he's over the hill. Just idiocy is flowing throughout the airwaves from callers. But to your point, I'd much rather see an Arkansas baseball team get that elusive national championship, the one that you hear Dave continuously talk on the program. He still has that burning desire. But then you wonder, because that's the one thing that you come back to, this team hasn't won that championship yet. Well, then if they win and they're still perennially good, is it going to be like an Alabama type of radio conversation from, April to June?
Yeah. Sometimes we thrive on angst, and there's not a lot of angst. In a micro point of view, there was on Sunday, because it was 11-0, and then it was 14-14, and social media is freaking out about this thing, and then they end up winning, and then social media calms down a little bit. But in terms of having the broader perspective on things, I've said this. This is Arkansas Razorback peacetime. Like, you got Musselman locked up, programs are winning, things are solid, and the next guy to get taken care of by the board is probably going to be Hunter Yurachek for what he has done to Arkansas athletics, which was a mess when he inherited it, and now is the 180-degree opposite of a mess. It's clicking right now. All right, let's go to a break here. We're live at Sassy's on Steamboat Drive here in Fayetteville, just off of the Weddington exit off I-49, here till 6 o'clock with baseball and football conversation. So you can join that if you'd like at 877. That's the first one. 877.
You get one. You just get one.
377-6963 is how you get in here. All right, we will have more coming right up with Ty Richardson. I'm Derek Ruskin. It is Hog Football Reaction here live at Sassy's in Fayetteville on ESPN Arkansas.
Or Nissan in Fort Smith is growing, and with growth comes opportunity. Or is looking to fill the service position of lube technician. Or Nissan has the highest pay scale in the area, and they're willing to offer a signing bonus to qualified service candidates. So if you or someone you know want to be a part of a growing organization and you'd like your skill set to grow with your income, then don't wait another day. Apply now. Apply today in store or send resume to jobs with Orr at OrAutoPark.com. Come join the team at Orr Nissan as the new lube technician. Orr Nissan is an equal opportunity employer.
Your local premier dish dealer is World of Wireless, right at the light next door to Frank Rowe Furniture in Barling, or call 877-305-DISH. Exclusive offers that you won't find anywhere else, only at World of Wireless.
As a premier retailer, World of Wireless gets to offer you special things, such as a free gift with purchase when you sign up for the new Dish Hopper 3 system. And right now, we're offering the Google Nest Indoor IQ camera. That's a $300 value, absolutely free when you sign up for new service and get installed. But you got to call us at 877-305-DISH. That's a toll-free number, but we are local.
You still get all the features that you want with Dish, the Hopper system, the 2-year price guarantee, plus the camera is a bonus, and this is a high-end camera with all the features, including facial recognition.
Yes, facial recognition. It's easy to sit and show the baby's room, or you can just put it out the window and look at your patio deck, and you can see on your television screen on the Hopper system who is there.
877-305-DISH for all the details and the free camera when you call WOW now. That's 877-305-DISH.
For more than 80 years, Forsgren Inc. has been building the foundations of the River Valley and beyond. Forsgren, a destination point for men and women with a drive toward excellence, is now hiring experienced dump truck drivers. CDL Class A or B license with medical card is required. Apply now from any mobile device at ForsgrenInc.com, a heritage company and a premier employer. Forsgren offers top wages and benefits. Apply today at ForsgrenInc.com. Become part of the Forsgren legacy. Apply now on any device at ForsgrenInc.com. Forsgren Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
Do you want to work for a trucking company with state-of-the-art technology? A trucking company that will give you the tools to do your job and make a great living and come home safe? Of course you do. That company you want to work for is Brent Higgins Trucking in Mulberry. Brent and Connie Higgins genuinely care about your future and your family. Brent Higgins Trucking, where you're a name, not a number. Call them today at 479-997-2366 or apply online at BrentHigginsTrucking.com.
Hi, I'm Kelly Smith, owner of Dixie Digital Imaging. Would printing from your phone or tablet make your life easier? Are you emailing files to yourself so that you can print them from your desktop or laptop? The Xerox VersaLink and AltaLink lines of network printers and multifunction printers will natively print using your phone's built-in capabilities. Apple AirPrint and Google Cloud Printing just work. To order yours today, give us a call at 783-6600 or visit dixiedigital.com. Dixie Digital Imaging, bringing document innovations to the River Valley.
The all-new 2021 Ford Bronco Sport Badlands is available now at Harry Robinson's Salisaw Ford. The Bronco Sport Badlands Edition is perfect for anywhere outdoors. With its built-in tent and canopy, you can enjoy your favorite campsite. The Bronco Sport Badlands, with all the new features, is priced under $40,000 after rebates. Come test drive the all-new 2021 Ford Bronco today at Harry Robinson's Salisaw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisaw.
Radio station.
KERX, Paris, Fort Smith, from the Bushlight Studios. This is ESPN 95.3. This is Hog Reaction Live at Sassy's Barbecue and Grill. Come see us at 1290 Steamboat Drive in Fayetteville off Weddington. Eat, drink, and be sassy. Now, here's Derek Ruskin and Ty Richardson.
We're back here at Sassy's. It's Hog Reaction till 6 o'clock here on ESPN Arkansas. Football, baseball on the table. At some point here in this hour, Ty, we might as well go through the schedule for football and just break it down because, I mean,
pick 'em.
Why not?
What is it? It's April 17th.
Yeah.
So we haven't started our Bud Light countdown yet. We're not 100 days out just yet, but why not? Why not just?
I mean, we'll do that later because, I mean, that's I mean, why not? So,
well, guys, we did have B in Clarksville, Texas in. This is SmackDown down here in Fort Smith. B in Clarksville, Texas in. Apparently, this is a Ruskin and Zach thing that BE said that he sees a pathway to 11 wins.
A pathway to 11 wins. That's
yes.
Right. Yes. We are notorious for the pathway to 7 wins.
Oh, there we go.
A few years ago. Yeah. But hey, if he sees 11, I mean that's pretty good right there.
So what's the game? You're still listening. I know you're listening to our program on a regular basis. What's the one lone loss that Arkansas
Alabama?
suffers?
Maybe
in a close one.
Yeah.
God,
a nail biter. I don't know.
I joke with Tommy about this. I don't know if this fan base could handle 10 wins coming off the best basketball team in 25 years. A potential, and he made a good point. Every 30 years, 64, 94, So is the baseball team going to win in 2024? I thought that was a good point from Tommy.
3 more years of heartache before that? Okay.
As long as there's not another Oregon State debacle,
yeah.
I think our Arkansas fans are more than happy for what this baseball team is. No question about it.
All right, so we'll back to the football game today that we saw a little bit. We've talked about the quarterback play. We can certainly talk about it again if you'd like to out there. But to see, there hadn't been a lot of conversation about the running game throughout spring that I've noticed. It's been offensive line, quarterback, some secondary. I haven't heard a lot about the running game, and I liked what I saw from a lot of those guys today. And I think that they have a pretty deep running back room when it looked like that maybe they wouldn't this year, losing Rakeem Boyd, but they got Smith back. Hammonds is, I don't know where I land on Hammonds. I mean, he's been here 100 years.
Has it been that exact same thought the last, 5-6 years? What's it at now? Like you said, 100
I know.
years?
It's been here. It's just, I don't know. I was thinking today, I was wondering if he played for Petrino, but I don't think he did. But, I mean, it's just, God bless him. He's still out there trying, but, man, I just don't know if he's going to be in the mix or not. But, you see, and then another part of the run game that, again, not a lot of conversation about, it seemed like to me, was what the quarterbacks will be able to do with their feet. And I didn't know how much they would showcase that in the spring game because, usually it's, as soon as the quarterback takes 2 steps, whoa, stop the play. We don't want anything to happen. But there were some quarterback runs there, and there were some lanes for Hornsby and Jefferson to take off in today. So the rushing attack that this offense is going to have, it's really interesting to me.
Ruskin, let me ask you this. With Malik Hornsby, as quick as he looked, is that going to be – because I think we know that KJ's throwing, running the offense is far ahead of where he's at. Is his ability to go from 0 to 100 in about 10 seconds, and I don't know what it actually is that going to be enough for him to be featured in some packages? Because we saw him in the Auburn game. We saw KJ in the Missouri game and one of the earlier games before Felipe got injured prior to the Missouri game. Is his speed and another year in the system, is that going to be enough to put him in pretty much run-only situations where even the defense, and pretty obvious, knows it's coming?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of bringing in a quarterback for a play or two, bringing in a quarterback when you get down along the goal line. I mean,
is Tebow the only one that's worked with? Because they won a national championship with Leak and Tebow.
Yeah.
I was jogging my memory. Is that the only one that you can think of in recent memory? It's like, 2-quarterback system.
Yeah.
This actually worked.
And it seems like, to your point, when the other guy comes in, you always know what he's going to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just really it's really predictable. I think you get your guy, and it looks like it's going to be Jefferson, and just go with him. And maybe, you have a play or two somewhere down the road, maybe for a big game like an LSU or a Georgia with a little element of surprise. But most of the snaps, if healthy, I think you just let KJ Jefferson run the show and don't get cute. One of my complaints about Briles is sometimes he gets too cute. And it's frustrating to me because you see on the Burks touchdown where he went towards the north end zone on the post there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a brilliant design. And, the same coach that did that is the one that draws up a flea flicker, and it's just frustrating. Like
that Traylon Smith almost bobbles.
Yeah,
and missed,
if you just stick to what this stuff, you'll be really, really successful and eliminate some of the cutesiness and just have because we know Briles can run this stuff. It's just every now and then it's like he gets bored and has to move the chess pieces around a little bit sometimes. I don't know.
And we always come back to the difference of coaching and playing whether it's the Big 12, ACC, Big 10 to a certain extent, to trying to do those things in the Southeastern Conference. And it's just, regardless of how you slice it, Derek, it's not the same. And coaches will tell you from being in both conferences that is a vast major difference. There's just so much more speed in this league, and your timing, if you're going to run something like that, it's got to be precise. There can't be any miscues, any plays, and unfortunately for Arkansas, they haven't been able to take advantage of some of those plays to this point. And so I wonder how much, like, you think about year one, year two. Briles is a good coach for a reason. He's got an incredible football acumen that he developed from himself and his father. We know that. And I wonder, will we see more or less? If you had $1,000, Kraft gave you $1,000. Hey, you got to bet on this. Are you going to see more trick plays in year two? Or are you going to see less? Is he going to learn, or is he going to try and harder?
Well, it's learning, and also, I mean, sometimes Pittman doesn't hide his frustration very well in his comments about tempo and giving the ball away in 30 seconds right back to the opponent and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that will be reined in a little bit. I mean, don't misunderstand, and I'm not saying you are, but just don't misunderstand me. Like, a trick play is great, but I don't think you need to go to the gadget like 2 or 3 times every single game. I think that's not where you want to be. You want to be able to run your stuff well, and then, in a certain situation, maybe you go to one of these things. But I mean, exactly, you got to know. It's like any. You want to talk marching band, you want to talk choreography in a musical, it's all got to be precise. Like, it's the same, to me, it's the same kind of mindset. Everyone's got to be in their mark, or it won't work.
If you're going to run the annexation of Puerto Rico, you better be spot on when you run that play, because, I mean, there were times that Arkansas offense was moving, I thought, last year, and then a trick play would occur, and it either result in loss of yardage, or it would just kind of throw off the rhythm of that drive. And now it also comes back to execution, which we're kind of, at this point, we've just been placing the blame on Briles, but the players also have to come through in the execution aspect of all this. And I think you're going to see a lot better execution in year two across the board. I know that we hammered special teams last year.
Yes.
And rightfully so, right? Like, they didn't have the depth, and I think that's been well documented to this point. But there were certain issues that wasn't just depth. They just were, both from a coaching and player standpoint, didn't execute.
When a kickoff goes out of bounds, like, that has nothing to do with depth. That's just poor execution, or you shank a punt or things like that. Yeah, that's got to be an area. And today, I don't think any field goal kickers missed today. When you talk about the special teams,
we're on wood right now, and going knock on it.
But for today, anyway, it all worked out there on the special teams. I think that one of the challenges Sam Pittman's going to have, and any coach is going to have here, is depth in this league. I think you're always going to be, you can have it rise and fall, but I think it's always something you're going to be chasing here, because it's just, let's be honest, there's not 40 prospects in the Benton, Washington County area that are SEC ready every single year, like some of these other SEC schools have, literally right in their backyard.
Yep. Great point. And it is good. We hadn't mentioned it to this point, but with Quincy McAdoo out of Clarendon decommitting from Florida State this week and then committing to Arkansas over the weekend, that was a big boost. I will say, Ruskin, this is the best in-state class that they've had in a while. And I don't know if it was as good as that 2008. Was it 2008 or 09? I always mix those two up. I think it was
08.
Okay, I think it was 08.
Before it was the 08 season with Tyler and Joe Adams and all those guys.
I don't think it's that level, but when you think about some of the guys that are in-state playing for Arkansas football next year, it's a good in-state football recruiting. Now, it's not to the level of basketball in 2022, but if you're Sam Pittman, you got to take advantage of this, I think. And I think he's done a really good job of that, and I think they're going to continue not only just to recruit from a local Arkansas level, but he's starting to build a national brand similar to what you're seeing from Eric Musselman and what you've seen from Dave Van Horn as he basically selects for all these years.
Texas and Oklahoma are also key, maybe Louisiana as well.
He's getting in Georgia, man. It's wild.
Georgia's been big for this program. I mean, they've had some really good players come from Georgia through the years, so you get a couple of those as well in the mix. And, I mean, but it's always going to be challenging to have enough depth here at Arkansas, but they're doing some tremendous things in recruiting. There's a lot of buzz around the program, like we talked about earlier, with all the programs having success. And another thing that's going to be interesting to watch develop here over the next however many months it is when you talk about social media and branding and you start talking about the name, image, and likeness money, like, how is that going to play out? Is there going to be a situation where every week, if you're the quarterback at Arkansas, you come on the Morning Rush or you come on Ruskin Attack and you get a sponsorship deal? Like, how's it going to all play out. It's going to be fascinating to see how that exposure goes, because with this market, although it's a smaller market, you have all the oxygen here in Arkansas. I mean, you have everything, more or less.
Speaking of oxygen, some wind was taken out of the sails of Texas A&M. Matt Goodhart hit his, I think, 9th home run of the season. Arkansas leads 1-0 early in the bottom of the first inning. But, yeah, that's something. Now, Arkansas's hired, I can't think of this guy's name, but they've hired that position.
Yeah, they're like the czar over that, if you will. Yeah.
Texas has already done a good job. I know you hate hearing Texas doing anything good, but they've already a good job of establishing what's to come. Arkansas, I think Hunter. We know Hunter's been dealing with a lot, whether it's Muss's contract, name and likeness, COVID issues, but they seem to have an idea of what's coming, and they got to be ready for it, because the last thing you want to be doing in this situation is put another barricade for yourself in recruiting, because we think about the state disadvantages, unfortunately, that you just alluded to. That could become another, but the upper deckers and the superiors at the U of A seem to kind of got their head on a swivel and have been on the right track when it comes to what you're talking about.
Yeah, we got to this, but we got a little bit of time here. We didn't get to really talk about this earlier, but like the next shoe to drop here is they got to lock in Juracek, right?
That's what I asked him that. So I think Tommy made a good point. The football team has to make that next level, but the last thing you want is because you think about Musselman, and he hasn't made a ton of hires since he's been here, but it's been a while since Arkansas has prospered this much, and that's one of the things I asked Muss this past week. I was like, hey, you just got your bag. What do you think about your athletic director that you continuously talk about is communication? Dave said the exact same thing. The state of Arkansas athletics, and it's really hard for me to see a scenario where this guy is not coveted at other places that have money to pay him.
You look at what was here when he got here. There was no athletic director. I mean, multiple programs were kind of a mess. Baseball, of course, wasn't. Women's basketball was rising because they'd already hired Mike Neighbors. But now you look at where this athletic program is, and it's just it's steady as she goes right now. So, yeah, absolutely. He's going to get looks at some of these other schools that are going to need ADs at some point down the line. So, yeah, Arkansas has got to do what they need to do to make sure he sticks around, because he's been outstanding here at Arkansas. And, you know, Jeff Long gets a lot of heat, and rightfully so. There were a couple things he did well, but more or less, you know, this era is just it's much smoother. It feels like, in a way, like more welcoming in some respects, and it's just it's all things are going well right now.
His issue, as we close it down here, Derek, is he could appeal to the big dogs, the big money boosters. He had no idea to approach the common man.
Yeah, he would leave a conversation with a quote-unquote common man to go talk to a big money person.
Exactly. One of the things that Hunter has done so well since his arrival is he seems to ingratiate himself not with just the big money boosters, which you have to do as an athletic director, but the guy that saves up all year to go to one Razorback game. And there's no superior, unsuperior fan, but to be a great athletic director, you got to relate to everyone, and he's been able to do that to this point.
That guy that goes to one game, that's the soul of your program.
Yeah,
right there.
no, 1,000%.
That's the soul of your program. I mean, the money makes things happen, but the soul of your program is the people that don't go to any games, but they wear the hats at work every day or whatever it is.
In the rain, in the suit, he's going, doesn't matter. He's getting off work to go to the game. That's what they're doing.
All right, we are going to continue here. We're at Sassy's. Ty Richards and Derek Ruskin here at Sassy's on Steamboat Drive, just off the Weddington exit off I-49 for another 45 minutes or so here on the Hog Reaction Show. Stick around. Much more coming up right after this on ESPN Arkansas.
This is Hog Football Reaction. Streaming live now from hitthatline.com.
If I'm not commuting anymore, where do I really want to live?
While you handle life's questions, Merrill Guided Investing helps you manage your portfolio and invest for your next move with the option to work with an advisor at a low cost and minimum. Merrill, a Bank of America company. Visit merrilledge.com/investing goals to get started today.
Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated, both a registered broker-dealer and investment advisor, member SIPC. Investment products are not FDIC insured or not bank guaranteed and may lose value.
Make your car buying experience better at Hertz Car Sales. The goal is to provide customers with a wide selection of low-mileage, extra-clean vehicles, providing their buyers with a better way to drive. A professional sales staff, quality customer service, along with a relaxing atmosphere is what you find every time at Hertz Car Sales. What are you waiting for? Make the short drive to 2810 Midland Boulevard or call them today at 783-1722. You can also check them out online at buyfromhertz.com. Hertz Car Sales, when you're ready.
The biggest selection, the best values, and more for your trade at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. No one beats the selection at Harry Robinson, with over 500 vehicles of all makes and models in stock today. Some as low as 500 miles, many less than 10,000 miles with full factory warranty. Pre-owned trucks, SUVs, and great vehicles of all makes and models are ready now at Harry Robinson. When the other dealers don't have it, Harry does. Harry Robinson Buick GMC, exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith. If you're looking for an all-you-can-eat catfish destination, head to the Catfish Kitchen in Van Buren. Now serving family-style, all-you-can-eat catfish, chicken tenders, fried shrimp, fries, and all the fixins'. All-you-can-eat family-style for only $22.95. The Catfish Kitchen still has 2- and 4-piece dinners available. Head to the Catfish Kitchen in Van Buren. Now open Wednesday through Saturday, 11 till 8. The Catfish Kitchen at the top of Logtown Hill, across from the police station in Van Buren.
As the days get longer and the weather gets warmer, it just means more time for outdoor fun. Family owned and operated for over 50 years, Wheeler Power Sports knows everything there is to know about helping you have that fun. Right now, you can save up to $1,000 or get financing as low as 0% during the Kawasaki Rev Up for Spring Sales event. Check out their full inventory at WheelerPowersports.com or go see them at 901 North 11th Street near downtown Fort Smith. Wheeler Power Sports, keeping the good times rolling.
Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling offers professional automotive painting, bodywork, and fabrication that is unsurpassed in talent and dedication. Owner Andy Herod uses the latest in collision repair technology to ensure all damage is addressed, whether it's visible or hidden, and works with all insurance companies. Andy and his crew have the experience and commitment to give you complete trust in the repair of your vehicle, no matter the size of the job. Colorworks is located at 1206 4th Street in Barling, across from Dollar General, and is on Facebook, where you can check out their work.
It's spring cleaning sale time at Jelco Outdoors. Save up to 75% off on selected clothing items. Summer and winter clothing for men, women, and children. Look for the orange clearance stickers with racks lined with savings. Footwear and archery items are included in the big spring clearance sale, going on now until it's gone. The boss says let's clear the racks during the spring cleaning sale at Jelco Outdoors, 4600 South Zero in Fort Smith.
Arkansas Fuel Injection in Fort Smith has been providing quality work for all new and rebuilt diesel pumps and injectors for over 25 years. They are a certified diesel shop with a team of quality technicians that ensure the highest quality workmanship and warranties all their work. They are open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and has emergency service available 24 hours a day. For all your diesel pump, fuel injection, and parts needs, stop by Arkansas Fuel Injection, 6300 South 29th Street, Fort Smith. Call them today at 1-800-817-7709. Arkansas Fuel Injection.
My buddy said, man, you gotta call AshleyAir.com.
Spring has sprung and the summer heat will be here soon. Now is a great time to upgrade your air conditioning system. From now until the end of May, Carrier's Cool Cash rebates will save you up to $1,500 on a new heating and cooling system. Schedule your free estimate today at AshleyAir.com.
When your air conditioner breaks, you know who to call. There's only one choice. AshleyAir.com.
Or Nissan in Fort Smith is growing, and with growth comes opportunity. Or is looking to fill the service position of lube technician. Or Nissan has the highest pay scale in the area, and they're willing to offer a signing bonus to qualified service candidates. So if you or someone you know want to be a part of a growing organization and you'd like your skill set to grow with your income, then don't wait another day. Apply now. Apply today in store or send resume to jobs with Orr at OrAutoPark.com. Come join the team at Orr Nissan as the new lube technician. Orr Nissan is an equal opportunity employer.
KERX, Paris, Fort Smith.
2 seconds, 1 second, he lets fly with a shot.
From the Busch Light Studios, this is ESPN 95.3. This is Hog Reaction Live at Sassy's Barbecue and Grill. Come see us at 1290 Steamboat Drive in Fayetteville off Weddington. Eat, drink, and be sassy. Now, here's Derek Ruskin and Ty Richardson.
We're back here at Sassy's with you till 6 o'clock here on ESPN Arkansas. Don't forget, this evening, all your post-game coverage for both baseball and football will be available on hitthatline.com with Sam Pittman and the Zoom and all that other stuff on hitthatline.com.
I found myself in a little bit of a pickle, Ruskin.
All right. What's going on?
So the group I'm staying with this weekend, they've already left. They're at the baseball game right now, and the door and the garage are locked. That's where my jacket is.
Oh.
And I have a baseball ticket that Tommy was kind enough to give me. And I'm wondering, well, SmackDown, what should I do? Should I just go to the game in the wind in the 45 and just eat it and be okay?
Well, see, Ty, this is where the liquid courage comes in. Because you know as well as I do, when you start partaking in the adult beverages, you start to warm yourself up a little bit. Or maybe that's just a big guy thing. I don't know.
Do they sell Fireball at Baum-Walker Stadium?
I don't know if that's available
Okay.
on the record. Off the record, you could probably find some out there.
Find some.
Make your way out to the outfield. You should find it pretty quick.
You know,
this is exactly, though, why they charge $70 for those hooded sweatshirts out there.
Exactly.
Because of a situation like this. They got you.
Yeah.
They got you.
I will say, it took every thought, because I sat down with yourself at about 2 o'clock prior to the spring game, and Alan here at Sassy's Barbecue and Grill has this wide array of alcohol options, including that beautiful Natter Day that I'm seeing right there. And I am staying to my employee agreement by not partaking in alcohol prior to the show.
SmackDown, when I heard about what happened in Indianapolis, I'm a little bit disappointed because I thought he'd be about 4 or 5 in by now.
Well, Ruskin, what you didn't see was all these Wild Beaver Saloon receipts that he brought in post-Indianapolis. So
that's right.
We have no idea if he's telling the truth or not that he actually partook in drinks during work hours. So this employee agreement that Ty speaks of not drinking during work hours, I mean, I think me and you both know what – 2-word phrase could go along with that.
Well, I mean, are these work hours? Like, I know we're working, but we need our legal team to determine what work hours mean.
I mean, to me,
I think on a Saturday you're good to go.
I mean, when we were doing the early edition of halftime prior to the kickoff of the NCAA tournament, Boss Man let me have a margarita mimosa live on the air. So, which you guys got the brunt into that when I hopped on y'all show that afternoon. So,
That's right.
I mean, it is what you want to make of it. I mean, it always hurt. It never hurts to ask for permission.
That's right. No.
That SmackDown, you say it never hurts to ask for forgiveness.
Oh, excuse me, forgiveness. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. Yes.
It's better to ask forgiveness than permission.
Yes, I'm sorry.
They're never going to give you permission.
Yeah, you just do it and hope
that
you don't get fired the next day.
That is hanging over the door at Ruskin and Zach. Just do it and hope you don't get fired the next day. That's it.
That's the motto here at ESPN Arkansas.
Just go get your sweater. You're one of you're the richest. I mean, the youngest sports radio host in the state of Arkansas. Just run by Stadium Shop, run by somewhere, and go get you a sweater real quick.
I will say, I stopped. That was the first time in a while that I stopped and saw our buddy Robert Mann at the Stadium Shop.
He's got everything
and
there.
He hooked me up with an awesome polo, and he had one of the things, Ruskin, we're down in Indianapolis, buddy, is when you went to a store to try and buy an Arkansas Sweet 16, Elite 8, or whatever, they didn't have any. They sold them out, but Robert had them stacked up. So if you want an Elite 8, Sweet 16, or an awesome polo, I'd head over there, man.
If we were on my show, someone would be texting in right now wanting to know if someone from my staff could help you out with bringing you a jacket or something from the mansion. But anyway, all right, so we're here at Sassy's. Somebody's got a jalapeno around here. I've been smelling it for about 45 minutes.
You need to figure. We need to find the source, and you need to order 3 of them.
That's right.
I'll eat 1. You can have the other 2.
Yeah, because I'm not opposed to eating on the air, but it's just one of those things you got to do sometimes. So.
I will say, Ruskin, I'm a little surprised that Tommy is as plump as both of you are when it comes to eating food. I'm surprised.
Wow.
That he did not want us to do some sort of eating contest. And I'm honestly surprised I've only eaten 12 just delicious honey sriracha smoked wings.
That's the metabolism.
Yeah.
Because I had 6, so I couldn't go 12. But I had a giant breakfast, so
I've been eyeing that cheese dip. There's been a couple of our Morning Rush listeners that have ordered cheese dip. Morning Rush, ESPN Arkansas, Ruskin and Zach listeners that have ordered cheese dip. And, man, it looks good. I think we might have to get some. So, no. Now, is this on Tommy how's this work? Can I run up a bar tab after this?
I'm not really sure what the arrangement is.
So what are we going to do? What did you just say about 2 or 3 minutes ago?
We asked for forgiveness and not permission.
So I'll just come in Monday with a bunch of checks, or just one big lawn check with a bunch
Here's what I know, because I've done a lot of these through the years where you're doing a post-game show or a pre-game show at a great establishment like Sassy's. Is the most important thing is to make sure that that you leave the tip. That's the most important thing. You got to take care of the staff here at Sassy's or wherever we might be at the time. So that's number one. The rest of it, we'll just have to figure it out.
We'll just figure it out
Yeah.
one step at a time. That's what we got to do on a daily basis. I mean, you and Zach like to joke about. Y'all just kind of walk in and do the show and figure it out as it comes to you. And we'll have to do it here on no step-by-step manual that we have in front of us, Rusty.
No.
We'll just got to figure it out. And if Tommy yells at me on Monday, then so be it. It's a part of the process, right?
That's right. Hey, we don't know what we're doing. I mean, what do you know? What are you going to do? I mean, this is how it goes sometimes. So, spring football today, baseball today, and 1-0 in the bottom of the second. Arkansas is leading Texas A&M in the second game of today's doubleheader. They won the first one 13-0, and many in our audience are going to that game at 6 o'clock as soon as we get done here at Sassy's. But that's underway, and then, of course, did you see the attendance yet for the spring game?
Has that been announced? Can I guess it?
You can guess it. That's why I was asking, because I was going to have you guess it.
Sam said earlier this week he expected about 15. I'm going to say there was about 12 or 11.
The stat sheet says 18.5.
Are they exaggerating on that number?
I don't know, because we can only see one side of the stands on TV, and everybody's spread out, so it's going to look thin. So I could buy that. I mean, with everything going on, of course, it is at the same time. This is where everything got messed up last night with the rain. Because you had to make a choice in some case. Are you going to the baseball game or are you going to the football game? Because they were going on at the same time earlier today. But 18.5 for the spring game today is what they have announced for the attendance.
I asked Tommy this earlier this week, and I'll ask this to you, buddy. 18.5 is what the number you just listed. If Arkansas had something surrounding, which they're probably going to for this basketball team, and let's say they add another transfer, they're look like a top 10 preseason team right now. I mean, I think Gary Parrish had them all the way up at top 5, along with Jeff Goodman. Could you get that? Could you almost sell out Bud Walton Arena for a spring-type game event, which would – they're not going to do it at Midnight Madness, but could you fill it that much? Tommy said about 15. Where do you lie on that?
Yeah, it's – when they were filling it all the time – tickets were $15, so that's not the case anymore. So we have not seen, since that time, a basketball program. I mean, people have been excited about basketball, but nothing like this since back then when they would fill it every night and the tickets were $15. So it's going to be interesting to watch that play out with everything going on economically in our state. Are they going to Tuesday night and Sam Houston State comes in? They're going to get 17 or 18,000.
No. They might sell those tickets, but they're not going to be the attendance.
Yeah. But will it be – but on a weekend for sure. And then conference games during the week. Will people be able to be willing to make the trek up here? I remember getting broken out of school a couple times to go to Wednesday night games back in the 90s because we had 2 season tickets up at Bud Walton Arena. So I'm interested how they keep the momentum going through the offseason. And, if you know anything, you're not going to forget about Razorback basketball. I mean, Musselman's going to do something on Twitter or something's going to happen where they're always in the consciousness, even in the offseason there. All right, Ty and Ruskin with you here at Sassy's on Steamboat Drive just off the Weddington exit. With you till 6 o'clock. They are here open a lot later than that tonight for you here at Sassy's Barbecue and Grill. More coming up of our Hog Football Reaction Show here on ESPN Arkansas.
This is Hog Football Reaction. Streaming live now from hitthatline.com.
Businesses that run like clockwork establish routines they trust. That's why over 1 million companies rely on Cintas. We'll help you protect employees and customers with essential safety supplies, inspect your fire protection systems and devices, hygienically launder your uniforms, and keep you well-stocked with the leading hand sanitizers and disinfecting wipes. Learn how Cintas can help you open your doors with confidence.
Oh, I'm ready!
Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Nothing can prepare you.
That dragon marking? It's an invitation.
Means you've been chosen. For Mortal Kombat. On April 23rd.
We don't have much time.
The worldwide phenomenon comes to life. I am Sub-Zero. Get over here! Mortal Kombat. Rated R. Under 17. Not admitted without parent. In theaters and on HBO Max April 23rd.
What's cracking, Fort Smith? Larry Rath here from Rath Auto Resources. Winter's over and I'm feeling like a spring chicken. So if your old ride's a rotten egg, don't let it spoil your spring. This month you could get an excellent deal on one of our Rath Road Ready vehicles. Each one hand-picked and inspected in our Meineke Car Care Center. I don't care if your old ride is fried, scrambled, or hard-boiled, because right now you could trade up when you trade it in, even if you're still making payments or you owe more than it's worth. My non-commissioned sales staff will help you trade in that bad egg and drive away sunny side up in a nicer, newer car for the same or possibly even lower monthly payment. Keeping the car you have? Get it ready for spring in our Meineke Car Care Center with free AC checks, half-off brakes, and buy 3, get 1 free on all tires. So hop into spring in a nicer, newer car, but hurry, a deal this good will spoil fast. Only at Arkansas's favorite used car dealer, Rath Auto Resources, and the Meineke Car Care Center, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, or online, rathauto.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. Offer absolutely ends April 30th, 2021.
Give potted plants a healthy start with Scott's Miracle Grow Potting Mix from Metters Lumber True Value. Right now, get 1 cubic foot of coverage for $6.99 after a $2 instant rebate for True Value Rewards members while supplies last. Its rich organic materials help improve drainage and airflow with a 6-month fee. Make sure you visit Metters Lumber True Value today for this bargain of the month and other products to help keep your garden green all season long. Certain exclusions apply. See store for details.
Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling offers professional automotive painting, bodywork, and fabrication that is unsurpassed in talent and dedication. Owner Andy Herod uses the latest in collision repair technology to ensure all damage is addressed, whether it's visible or hidden, and works with all insurance companies. Andy and his crew have the experience and commitment to give you complete trust in the repair of your vehicle, no matter the size of the job. Colorworks is located at 1206 4th Street in Barling, across from Dollar General, and is on Facebook where you can check out their work.
When it comes to your business technology, nothing stays the same. You're either moving forward or you're falling behind. Hello, this is Drake Smith, and I am super excited to announce that Pinnacle Telecom is now Dobson Fiber, and we are proud to be part of the Dobson Fiber team. Dobson has been in the telecommunication business for over 85 years and offers world-class service, outstanding support, and internet at the speed of light. Call us today at 479-242-0000 to learn more. Dobson Fiber, fast, reliable, local.
Business owners, if your carpets and floors show the effects of too much foot traffic, call the professionals at your local Service Master Clean. Whether it's janitorial cleaning or specialty cleaning to eliminate dirt and grime from carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors, no job is too big or too small. Service Master Clean has been an industry leader for more than 60 years. Call your local Service Master Clean, 479-646-4087. That's 646-4087 or ServiceMasterPC.com.
Every Saturday is brunch day at Joe's Grill and Cantina, starting at 10:45. Come on in and have brunch specials and sip on a cocktail before you start your day. Have a breakfast burrito, frittata, and there's more to choose from. Mimosas and other cocktails are available too. Joe's Grill and Cantina. It's brunch every Saturday, starting at 10:45. And as always, half-price apps and taps during the Hog baseball games. Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps.
Or Nissan in Fort Smith is growing, and with growth comes opportunity. Or is looking to fill the service position of lube technician. Or Nissan has the highest pay scale in the area, and they're willing to offer a signing bonus to qualified service candidates. So if you or someone you know want to be a part of a growing organization and you'd like your skill set to grow with your income, then don't wait another day. Apply now. Apply today in store or send resume to jobs with Orr at OrAutoPark.com. Come join the team at Orr Nissan as the new lube technician. Orr Nissan is an equal opportunity employer.
ESPN 95.3. This is Hog Reaction Live at Sassy's Barbecue and Grill. Come see us at 1290 Steamboat Drive in Fayetteville off Weddington. Eat, drink, and be sassy. Now, here's Derek Ruskin and Ty Richardson.
We're back here at Sassy's Barbecue and Grill here in Fayetteville, just off the Weddington exit off of I-49.
Now,
Hog Reaction Show, yes.
We're in a lot more prestigious seats right now because this is where Muss and
Chuck do the show.
Yeah. So I don't know if we even belong in this table in this area.
Yeah,
I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm out of a fish out of water in this specific seat.
I thought they'd put us outside freezing
or something. Back in the kitchen.
Yeah, yeah, closer to the men's room. Yeah. I didn't know we'd be in the spot. That's something there. Well, yeah, we are here at Sassy's. Of course, the Eric Musselman live show happens here. It happens like half here. I think it happened all here this year because of distancing and everything. But usually they do half the shows here and half over at Sassy's Red House on College Avenue during normal times. So, yeah, that's where we are today until 6 o'clock. Come by here for your dinner tonight here in Northwest Arkansas and get you some great barbecue. Some of the best wings ever, honestly, here at Sassy's. Ty and I both can attest to that. Yes, absolutely.
I didn't get it today. But I also love the chicken fried steak. Alan and his team do a great job with that. And when you think barbecue place, you don't think chicken fried steak. But, hey, don't sleep on it. I'll tell you then.
They got a great burger, too, here. I mean, they have outstanding burgers here also at Sassy. So, some of our stations, again, going to baseball at 6 o'clock. Right now it's 1-0 Arkansas in the third inning there. I thought it's been a minute. Maybe some people are popping in that weren't here earlier. We can go back and kind of review some of the thoughts on the quarterback play today that we saw in the spring game. KJ Jefferson, 6 of 11 for 153 yards with the white team, the red team, with Malik Hornsby going 11 of 18 for 144 and a touchdown. And both of them, it looked like they ran the offense really well today to me.
It's fun to talk quarterbacks really at the high school level, college level, the NFL level when they're even if there's a competition or not. And I wonder, depending on how KJ plays this upcoming season, Derek, and hopefully no injuries or anything like that, but is there going to be a clamor? Is there going to be a contingency of the fan base that wants to see Malik? Because we had P.A. Texarkana, who's one of my favorite callers, call in, and he did it, I want to say, earlier this week, and he was like, I don't know if KJ's the guy, and I'd like to see Malik get in a little more than this and that. But, I mean, your eyes tell you that KJ's been the better quarterback, whether it's today, the other practices that you've seen. And I just don't understand the philosophy of always wanting to see the backup guy to see what he can do when it's not always the better situation. And I don't think it's the better situation in this case, man.
And I don't know if KJ Jefferson's going to be great, but
he's not going to do what he did against Missouri every single game this season.
But my point is that we never appreciate things when they're happening. It's always about the next thing. We appreciate things, years and years down the road, looking back on, hey, remember that team that won that bowl game or won 8 games that year, whatever the case may be. It's always about the next thing. And if you just take a beat and step back from it, and let's say KJ Jefferson, they go up and down the field and they beat Texas. Well, he's the guy. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
No. He's not just the guy. Yeah. He's now etched his name for the right after the game thinking because of the liquor and the beer.
Yeah, right.
This is one of the greatest quarterbacks in the history of the program.
Right. Because the list of quarterbacks that have beat that school, which still means a lot to people, even though they're not what they were and they're not in the same conference and everything. But to a lot of people, that game still means a lot. So yeah, it will be. The list of guys that have quarterbacks that have beat that team or that school is not all that lengthy. So, yeah, that would be that's a big step forward there. But yeah, I think that he looks to me like he's the guy. And not just on the field, but you look at some of the shots on the sideline, the way he's constantly talking to players, and then he's talking to Kendall Briles. Like, he looks like the starting quarterback at the University of Arkansas in every single way. And barring injury, I think he's going to be the guy for most of the year.
Derek, you have to have the respect of your teammates, not just on the field but off the field. And go back to the touchdown he found Mike Woods early on. You saw him, I think high five / slap on the butt every single first teamer that he had just led that drive with. And there's something to be said. You have to be a special type of human being to play quarterback in the Southeastern Conference. It takes admirable leadership qualities that neither you or I have. We would be we'd be looking around just looking at Death Valley, 80,000 strong, just like wetting ourselves.
Yes.
But it takes us to a special type of mentality. You don't know if KJ has it yet because you can't base that off of one superior performance against Missouri, but you're hoping he can use what he did last year against Missouri to show guys, hey, we're not taking a step back from Felipe. We're going to move forward, especially with a year under the offense under Kendall Briles.
Yeah, and I think that they're in good shape with him. I wonder about some of the decision-making we saw from Hornsby today, but again, it's one performance in the spring game. Don't know what would happen if he was forced into some real game situation, but that's not a question anymore as far as the quarterback position goes, at least in my opinion, is he's going to be the guy that is the first guy on the field unless there's an injury, God forbid, against Rice when they start this season coming up later on in the fall. All right, so Ty and I are here at Sassy's, just off the Weddington exit off I-49, Steamboat Drive, where we are, Sassy's Barbecue and Grill. And when we come back, we're going to do the most sports radio thing ever. We're going to look at the schedule 5 months before the season starts because, hey, that's what you do when you're doing the show at Sassy's after the Red-White game. All right, so more coming up here live on our Hog Football Reaction Show on ESPN Arkansas.
This is Hog Football Reaction. Streaming live now from hitthatline.com.
Want to hear something amazing? Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year, automatically, dollar for dollar, with no limit on how much you can earn. Extra cash? Come on, how amazing is that? In fact, it's even more amazing when you realize all the places where Discover is accepted. 99% of places in the U.S. that take credit cards. So when it comes to Discover, get used to hearing yes more often. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2021 Nielsen Report. Limitations apply.
What's your new obsession? If it's diving lessons, Ocean Impact Dive Shop, Western Arkansas, and Eastern Oklahoma's premier dive shop is waiting on you. Ocean Impact is a full-service, 5-star dive and retail center offering lessons, gear rental, dive travel, and a full repair facility. Ocean Impact Dive Shop, 2127 South 56th Street in Fort Smith. Open Monday through Friday, 10:30 to 5:30, and Saturday from 11 to 3. Don't wait. Summer is just around the corner. Get to Ocean Impact Dive Shop. Come get your dive on.
What's cracking, Fort Smith? Larry Rath here from Rath Auto Resources. Winter's over and I'm feeling like a spring chicken. So if your old ride's a rotten egg, don't let it spoil your spring. This month you could get an excellent deal on one of our Rath Road Ready vehicles. Each one hand-picked and inspected in our Meineke Car Care Center. I don't care if your old ride is fried, scrambled, or hard-boiled, because right now you could trade up when you trade it in, even if you're still making payments or you owe more than it's worth. My non-commissioned sales staff will help you trade in that bad egg and drive away sunny side up in a nicer, newer car for the same or possibly even lower monthly payment. Keeping the car you have? Get it ready for spring in our Meineke Car Care Center with free AC checks, half-off brakes, and buy 3, get 1 free on all tires. So hop into spring in a nicer, newer car, but hurry, a deal this good will spoil fast. Only at Arkansas's favorite used car dealer, Rath Auto Resources, and the Meineke Car Care Center, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, or online, rathauto.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. Offer absolutely ends April 30th, 2021.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
Looking to upgrade your fleet or needing professional service to your existing fleet? Carco International of Fort Smith offers the latest trucks and equipment in the industry. With over 70 years in the trucking and equipment business, they have the experience to keep you on the road. Carco International offers professional service after the sale. Carco International Parts Department supplies all makes, parts, and gives expert service. Carco International is the answer. Leave it to the pros to keep you on the road. Carco International, located at 2721 Midland Boulevard in Fort Smith.
It's spring cleaning sale time at Jelco Outdoors. Save up to 75% off on selected clothing items. Summer and winter clothing for men, women, and children. Look for the orange clearance stickers with racks lined with savings. Footwear and archery items are included in the big spring clearance sale, going on now until it's gone. The boss says let's clear the racks during the spring cleaning sale at Jelco Outdoors, 4600 South Zero in Fort Smith.
Whether it's a game day, a holiday, office function, or your family lunch or dinner, Whole Hog Cafe Fort Smith is ready to serve you their award-winning barbecue and sides. Dine in or call either of the Whole Hog Fort Smith locations, Borough Road or Phoenix Avenue, or go online to wholehogfortsmith.com and check out their buddy packs and party packs. Both Whole Hog locations are currently open 11 till 6, Tuesday through Saturday. Experience award-winning barbecue and sides at Whole Hog Cafe today.
Or Nissan in Fort Smith is growing, and with growth comes opportunity. Or is looking to fill the service position of lube technician. Or Nissan has the highest pay scale in the area, and they're willing to offer a signing bonus to qualified service candidates. So if you or someone you know want to be a part of a growing organization and you'd like your skill set to grow with your income, then don't wait another day. Apply now. Apply today in store or send resume to jobs with Orr at OrAutoPark.com. Come join the team at Orr Nissan as the new lube technician. Orr Nissan is an equal opportunity employer.
ESPN 95.3. This is Hog Reaction Live at Sassy's Barbecue and Grill. Come see us at 1290 Steamboat Drive in Fayetteville off Weddington. Eat, drink, and be sassy. Now, here's Derek Ruskin and Ty Richardson.
All right. Winding down our portion here. Some of you will be headed to the baseball game coming up in about 12 minutes or so here on ESPN Arkansas. Ty Richards and Derek Ruskin here at Sassy's, just off the Weddington exit off on Steamboat Drive here for our show. Appreciate Sassy's and their crew having us out here taking care of us today here at Sassy's. Wish we could have done a patio show, but I mean, it's not happening today.
Little cold outside. I think I'm going to have to just do it and get a jacket, one of those $70 sweatshirts.
Yeah, they're going to get you. Okay, so looking at this, we're here mainly because of the with the post game with the spring football game that happened today, and let's not do picks, but maybe a thought or two as we go through the schedule here, looking at Arkansas football. September 4th with Rice, usually one of the worst teams in college football is the Rice Owls in whatever league they're in now. So probably not an issue there. And then you brought this up earlier. All eyes are on Fayetteville on September 11th when the Longhorns come to town. And Steve Sarkisian's, I believe, his second game as a head coach down there in Austin.
I wonder if we listen to Austin sports radio or Texas fans prior to that game, the expectation of them in Arkansas, because I would think the arrogance and pride surrounding that fan base would think that they should beat Arkansas by 50. Because I saw this Texas kid. I don't know if you saw the article written that's like, Sark at Alabama torched Arkansas the past 2 years. He's going to do the same ball, and he's a Texas graduate in 2021. That team is very intriguing to me because you still, as much as you hate to say it, that's still a blue blood in college football. Right. With the right coach in the right situation, they can be back. They can actually be back. Yeah. Not Joe Tessitore, Texas is back, but actually can be back. And Sark, you think about how it went down at USC, Derek. Is he going to be able to handle that? With the pressure of those alums, those boosters, the expectations from that fan base.
Yeah.
I mean, they lose to Arkansas week 2.
It's USC on steroids.
Yeah.
Place, yeah.
They lose to Arkansas week 2, Ruskin. Like, what kind of reception do you think you're going to get from that fan base?
Yeah. No, that's very well-founded there because, that's going to be, even in the second game, they'll freak out if they lose to an Arkansas team that you're right, they probably expect to come in here and steamroll. Yeah. Now, September 18th with Georgia Southern is interesting because I don't think there's any doubt if they beat Texas, it's a hangover effect, and maybe they struggle against one of the they were talking on the broadcast today, one of the bigger, more physical teams in the Sun Belt, Georgia Southern. I don't think that's I don't know what the number would be, 20-something probably, but I could see Arkansas winning that and not covering. if they come off of a win against Texas because of the hangover.
Gambling advice. You're already going with some gambling
Well,
advice.
I mean, it's for entertainment purposes only.
We do have, I don't think, has Tommy shared with you our ESPN Arkansas gambling account, or there's legitimately like $1,000 in there right now?
No.
I'll have to get you that after the show.
That'll be gone by the first couple of weeks of college football season if I'm involved with that. Then you get to the A&M game. And, again, it would be even more fire or more gasoline on the fire for fans if in the same month they could meet Texas and Texas A&M. Dare we dream? Dare? No?
Now, I don't think our lovely coworker Jen meant to hold up a thumbs up like Gig'em. I don't think she meant to do that because we don't want to do that with thumbs down away. I hate that school with every fiber of my being.
Oh yeah, the yell leaders that look like they pump your gas at the Texaco station.
That school. Here's what I've said about that game, Ruskin. I'm not going to pick Arkansas to win until they actually do, and then I'll pick them the next year. But I can't do that. Where do you stand on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that they're going to be really tough again. And, but for whatever reason, Arkansas, even when Chad Morris and that whole cluster back then was here, they played pretty well in that game. So there's something about it that is that's unusual. Maybe they pick off one of those. They don't get Texas, they get A&M, or vice versa. Maybe they get one of those in the month of September. Okay, then they go to Georgia. I don't see that. That's going to be a difficult ask.
I kind of want to go to Athens just for the experience.
Yep. 90,000 there, yeah. Mm-hmm. Then they go to Ole Miss, and that's going to be always a tight, interesting ball game. And
Lane Train's going to be ticked, Derek.
Yeah,
he's going to be angry. He doesn't like to get embarrassed. They got embarrassed last year on offense.
Yeah, yep. Auburn coming here with the Brian Harsin experience. No more Gus coming into Fayetteville. And what will that look like in the first year he's trying to figure everything out there with Auburn? I would expect them to do – I will pick this. They will beat Arkansas Pine Bluff. I will pick that today, and I'll stick with that. Let's see here. Then Mississippi State comes here. And, look, with Leach, it's all about – do they have a quarterback? They had one for a minute last year, then it all fell apart, and they kind of fell apart. So that's where Mississippi State is, I think. At LSU. What do you think?
There's a lot of pressure on LSU.
Well,
Off-season, not just with the football side of things. We know what's going on. We don't have time to dive into it now. Ed Orgeron is not necessarily on the hot seat, but it's getting warmer.
Yeah,
I wonder where they're going to be at that stage of the season when they take on Arkansas in Death Valley.
He's not great in crisis management right now. It doesn't seem like. Yeah. Then they go to Alabama, and then Missouri comes here for the borderline rivalry game on the Friday after Thanksgiving, and that's always a toss-up. So there's a look there at the schedule for Arkansas starting on September 4th, which is, 130-ish days away.
Close to that Bud Light countdown, man. Closer
to the Bud Light countdown. Absolutely. All right, so that's where things stand there, and that's just about it for our time here. Again, we want to thank Sassy's for having us out here at the Steamboat Drive location, Sassy's Barbecue and Grill. Appreciate them having us. And anytime you're in Fayetteville, you can go to either one of the Sassy's locations. Sassy's Red House on College Avenue or here at Sassy's Barbecue and Grill, just off the Weddington exit off of I-49. Again, for some of you, you're going to go to some Razorback baseball coming up. Ty, this was fun. I'm sure we will do it again at some point, pre or post.
It wasn't a complete and utter failure that Tommy anticipated it being. He was a little scared. So we achieved the ground floor expectations that he had today.
Well, I like a low bar, because it's easy to hurdle over.
What's the phrase? Undersell, overperform.
That's right.
That's us.
Right.
In a nutshell.
Undersell. It's going to be a train wreck. We overperform, and nobody swore and nobody died. So we did a good job today here. All right. Thanks for listening out there to the Hog Football Reaction Show. Baseball coming up. Ty's with you at 6 on Monday. I'll be with you at 3 on Monday with Ruskin. Have a great weekend, everybody.
2021 Ford Bronco Sport Badlands is available now at Harry Robinson Salisaw Ford. The Bronco Sport Badlands Edition is perfect for anywhere outdoors. With its built-in tent and canopy, you can enjoy your favorite campsite. The Bronco Sport Badlands with all the new features